Hey y'all, I'm coming on here live today, checking in. This was a rainy day, and I got rather soaked outside, and I walked my grandbaby to the bus stop. I got a little mulberry on my shirt. Anyway, I'm coming on here to update my my peoples who checks for me. I know it's not going to be a lot of people on because I haven't really notified everybody about this new um, go live address. To the best of my ability, I did alert the people in Facebook, but I'm really not going to keep worrying about uh, trying to do 2, 3 videos and multiple channels. It's just too much and too much stress. So this go live is dedicated to me, some of my garden hacks that I want to share, and some of the stages and phases of growth that my plants are in that I want to share, and let you know what you can do at this time of the year. If you live in the north like me, this is the time. This is like the second season of growth for plants like cabbage, turnips, carrots, potatoes, but it's actually the end of the growing season for things if you put out that you may have put out in the spring. For example, this one, you can see this is my basil plant. Let me get a little bit closer. Okay, this is my basil plant, and you can see the flowers on the top. Flowers is indicative of that's their reproductive system, and this one has already flowered, and the seeds have already dropped out. So inevitably, I'm sure there will be some more basil plants growing in this area. However, I want to begin plants indoors. So, and I also want to propagate some areas in my yard outdoors. So, the stage of development of this mint plant is very healthy. This is that same root um, that survived all winter indoors. And then I replanted it in this container outdoors, and it just did its thing. It really, really did take off nicely. But I tried to get mints going by seed, and I just had no success. Same, it was true for my oregano. I just got this one oregano plant, and there are a lot of little babies coming up here, but I was expecting to have a lot more, but I don't. And also, my plants out here are under siege by some critters I don't appreciate that keep on chopping big old holy holes in the leaves. Let's see. They're having a good old time, and I ain't happy about that. So I want to get rid of them. So um, I'm going to put dimensions earth down over these plants. This is what I'm talking about, to help get rid of the critters that have been hanging out on my little porch. My plants that I'm growing out here on the porch. Um, this basil has grown so well, and I don't want to make the mistake I did last year. I had too much basil and didn't know what to do with it because I didn't know the proper way of drying it. But this one in particular is such a beautiful specimen. It would be a shame that I don't get to gobble it up in something good to eat. So I'm going to get the more mature leaves off. So I can put that in my famous mango salsa that I love to make all the time. That's the main thing I put it in. I'm also going to try it in some squash soup. And because of this flowering is indicating the end of this, the growth for this particular plant, I'm going to clip some of its branches in its entirety and get a new plant off of that. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you guys today. So I'm getting the leaves off that I want to eat first. Once I get all those off, the ones that I want to eat, then I'm going to take a branch and show you how you can start a new plant from the branch. That's the wonderful thing about plants, is that you can grow a whole new plant from just about any part of the plant, from the leaf to the root to the stem. So I'm going to take one of these stems. You want to take one that's fairly new, in a new stage of growth, because the older ones are going to be woody. And what I mean by woody is going to be hard like a branch instead of supple and pliable. So this is I'm gonna go for this one here. So this is what I'm going to use to start some more indoors. And the same is true for my mint plants. So what I mean by woody, you see this is brown and it's real hard, it's stiff, it will snap. What I want to choose is these green ones. See, that branch is still green. That one is still green. So my goal for this pot is to take all those new ones off, the green ones, the less woody, and start new mint plants in jars. I want this actually to go outdoors. I really want to fill up my yard, my backyard, a section in my backyard with mint. Okay, I also got apple mint going too out there, and so I kind of pulled up the best, pulled up the best specimens from them, and I'm going to go in and show you what I have planned for these that I've already harvested out my yard. They too are also going to be starters for some more plants. I had just way more success with getting new plants from the plant instead of seed. So just going to join the rest of them on my table. These are some more that I picked earlier today, and I'm going to demonstrate how to create a pop bottle plant. This has been the popular request. So I'm going to do the tutorial once again. And then after I create the pop bottle planter, I'm going to go ahead and do my back to school haul and health and wellness haul. So the first part of this video is just focus on my garden and gardening hacks, so that those of you not interested in the haul, you can cut it at that point. Okay, so the first step is cutting the planter in half. See how I had that? These I'm going to go ahead and put them outside to grow more outside, because they do reach, the roots do start, once they start reaching the bottom. I want to show you guys, giving me a hard time. Show you with my mint plant. These mints grow so fast, and you see the roots have made their way down past the hole. That's when you know it's time for it to have a new home. So just a moment, I'm going to go get the box cutter. And then I'm going to turn the heat on to heat up my screwdriver. And then I'll show you what I do with that heated screwdriver too as well. But the first step, now I tell people to measure 5 inches, but I pretty much know where to cut it off at. Pretty much halfway, just the halfway point. You can measure off the 5 inches. I don't have my tape measure out here, so I'm just gonna wing it, because it's no big deal. It don't have to be exact. You just want you don't want the top to be bigger than the bottom. So, see me, I'm cutting. And yeah, I'm using my new Galaxy Note 8 as the camera in this one. See, it don't have to be perfectly straight. I'm just going to cut it in half. Voila. Now you got the 2 pieces, and they're going to go inside each other like that. Now, my earlier stage when I was using this, I was covering the bottom with electrical tape. I found that that's not necessary, that they still will grow perfectly fine. Only thing you have to worry about, if you leave it clear, algae can appear in the water that's on the bottom. But other than that, it's no big deal. It doesn't hurt the plant. I've been doing this over and over and successfully done it many times for many plants, and they all worked out pretty well in these pop bottle planters. So this is an economical way to get started growing indoors, and you don't have to have anything special, no special tools, no special equipment. Just get you some type of potting mix I have no particular recommendation. Some people came on here giving me a recommendation, but guess what? I couldn't afford the recommendation. This is what was available locally. This big bag was $5, 14 quarts, and I got good use out of it. I didn't have any problem growing any of my plants in it. So, once you have cut off the top and the bottom, the second step is to put holes in the top and also start the wick. So, one moment, I'll be right back. So when I say wick, this is what I mean. This is a dishcloth that I bought from Dollar Tree that I cut into strips. Okay, and they don't need to be this long. This is all you need. So that's these cut in half. These strips are the full length of the towel, and I went on, cut the strips and then cut them in half again. Also, the only thing I changed is that from the directions that I had originally, once I thread the wick in, I clipped the top so that the wick can go all the way up, and that delays the time before the roots start going down through the top part. So I just clip it on temporarily at the top, and that way the wick, it goes all the way to the top and we'll reach the bottom. That's what you want to see when you begin the plant part. Okay, now I'm going to check my screwdriver. All I did was heat the tip of my screwdriver. See, it's red hot. And I marked the holes with a Sharpie, but I've done this enough that I can just do it by sight. You want some holes put in there about 1 inch apart, each one about 1 inch apart. So, got 3 holes on that side, 3 holes on the other side. They don't have to be perfect as long as there are some holes there, because plants do need oxygen. Now, once you do that, the next step is to add water to the bottom. Now, that's all you need. You just fill it up to the level of the label, and then put the top on the bottom. Then the next step is to fill the top up with soil. And it don't make the difference if some of it falls into the water. That ain't gonna hurt them. The plants know how to get what they need. Okay, now fill that up with garden soil. And the first one I want to put in to the newly made created planter is this mint plant, which has just been sitting in water, and look at that. Tons of roots growing and ready to grow more mint plant. So I don't need this end because the root started up here. So I'm going to cut that off. I cut it on a diagonal. I don't know if you can see that. I cut it on an angle. Okay? And now I'm going to dig a hole. So this mint plant would be completely buried. So you see, I stuck my finger in there, and you see, the root is buried. I'm going to completely cover it up. And now, this apple mint has a new home. And the last step is to wet the soil on top. See, once I wet the soil on top, it made room for more potting mix. Okay, so I put enough in there so that it's still a little bit of the plant still sticking out and the root is completely buried. And that's going to spark new growth. And with that new amount I just put in. And there you have it. It's simple. Take the clip off. Don't need that anymore. And there you have it, the pot bottle planter. Mint will grow in this container months before you need to transplant it to a larger container or outside. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, it's going to get too big. It's not really going to get big. It's just going to keep growing more roots. That's the lovely part about mints. That they keep growing and they're very aggressive. So if you do have a garden, you want to put a mint plant somewhere where it isn't any other things growing, because that mint plant will take over your garden. Okay? So I'm going to do that to all of the rest of these clippings I got. And these two mint plants are going to go outside. Okay? Okay. All right, so I'm not going to do, all of my plants on this lab. I just wanted to show you one because somebody had asked me how to do, what was I planting in, what was I using. And so I decided to make a video tutorial to show you what I'm using. So these two have proliferated, and I put a whole bunch of it in my mango salsa earlier this week, and this is just still growing tremendously. So these two I want to put outside. Okay? And the same is true for my basil. I'm going to put them outside. Now, I wanted to show you just how easy to get a new mint plant started. This is a branch that hasn't rooted yet. But because I want a lot of them growing indoors and outdoors, I put some new specimens to grow. And so all you need to do for that is simply stick it in the water. That is it. That is all. Nothing else special to be done. Take off the lower leaves because you're not going to need those. You really just want to stimulate them to grow. So you can take all but the top two leaves off. And cut the branch on the angle. And that's it. This one is kind of tall, so I'm going to use a shorter jar. And you can see with this one is only a couple of days. And you see there's a root growing. So I am going to be replanting that into a pot bottom planter by itself. So it could grow a whole new family. So, and you can put as many that will fit into the jar. And I just want you to see what I was doing. Okay, so right here, I'm cutting this part on an angle, and I'm going where there's a nodule where it would have been a new leaf coming out. So you see that's on the angle, and it's right below where a new leaf is coming out. That's where you want it to start growing. And then you take off all but the top two branches like that. And that one can go in the taller jar. So I'm just going to continue that process with the rest of these, because I want to get more apple mint growing. Now, I also want to point out some of the problem that I do have with my plants. I found out that mint and marigolds are susceptible, very susceptible to powdery mildew. So that's what you see on these leaves here. And what I'm going to do for that, I have a concoction which consists of water, apple cider vinegar, and dish soap. You spread on the leaves, and that will get rid of it. So here I am again, cutting it on the angle. And I'm cutting it right before this nodule to stimulate the root growth. And once it gets rooted, and here's another example. Once you see roots coming, not only did I get roots out of this one, but I got some brand new runners shooting out. So you see, not only did I get roots, but I got runners. These ones shooting out is runners. So that's ready to go. And I'm going to be making a new pop bottle planter for it. So I'm just going through the rest of trying to find the best candidate. This is a good candidate right here because there's some root growing already. So that I'm just going to plant directly in a planter. This is another one that I want to get to root. So I'm taking all the leaves off except the upper ones on the top. And I'm cutting at an angle from the bottom, a 90-degree angle. Angle. Anyway, 90-degree angle, and that's going to go in there with the rest of them to wait to get roots. And y'all see my caterpillar. My caterpillar had a good old time on my plants. So I'm removing all but the upper leaves. And once again, you want to cut right before the nodule here where it looks like it's about to grow another leaf. So, now once you've done that, you're done. And you just sit back and wait to see the roots appear. Now this one, the water, I done let the water dry out. Oops, I'm sorry about that. But it's still alive. And it's got plenty of roots. I'm going to go ahead and plant her in the pop bottle planter like I did the first one. I'll show you. This is a different species. This is the mint that I grew from the Walmart store. And I really liked how hardy. So, I want some more of those. I want more of these to grow. So, taking off the bottom leaves. I'm probably going to use this branch and this branch to get started on some more. And that's it. That's all there is to it, to the pop bottle planter. Now, I won't waste any more time demonstrating that. I'll sit these back in my greenhouse, in my living room. So hold on a second. I'm going to put these all back in there. Once I make the other planters, I'm going to put that in there. But I don't want to waste more video footage on that and get going on my haul. Okay, so also my gardening hack I want to talk about is just like you see, those mints were still alive um, when I brought them in from outdoors. The same is true if you buy mint from the store. Put it in water. Even though, yes, those ones you buy in a container, don't put it in the refrigerator. Put it in water, and they will remain fresh. So you see how these leaves are still standing up strong, reaching for the sun, and they've been cut from the original branch. That's because water will keep them alive. Water and light. That's all you need. Okay, so this time of the year, this is the back to school time. And so I just wanted to share some of my back to school time and some of my health and wellness things that I believe will be useful to you. Hold on a second, I'm going to wipe the table off. Okay, I love back to school time because it's the right time for certain things that I use all the time that even though is so during back to school time, it really is a home office. So it's technically home office is the back to school time. So let me show you. I'm going to start with the health part of my haul. Put these back in my greenhouse. Okay, so back to school time is also the best time for computers, office supplies. You're going to see plenty of paper, pens, and so that's one of the things that I wanted to show you out of my haul that I got. I went to several stores and couldn't find these Papermate Eraser Mate pens. I love these pens. If you were one of those like me who never really graduated from pencils, really stresses out when you make a mistake and can't erase it. And I could never write perfect enough where I never made a mistake. So I hated pens. And when this was invented, I was in love. Guess what? I couldn't find these nowhere. And I panicked and thought they stopped selling them. But I was able to find some at Walmart. And while it's not Papermate, the brand name is Pilot. And I love them. I like them even better than the Papermate one. For this reason, I'm going to demonstrate. Papermate, even though it does say it's erasable, it wasn't the best at erasing. So I'm going to scribble something. This one ain't even right. That's how old this is. So it was time. Anyway, Papermate brand didn't always erase completely. But the Pilot brand, I'm going to show you, it really does erase everything with no trace of the ink left. So I really love that. There's my scribble. Papermate wasn't always good with erasing everything. These Pilot pens are better in that regard. Everything is gone. So I love that, and I love the fact that it comes in these multicolors. So if you got a kid like me, attentionally challenged, ADD, and creative, these are the pens. You can get them. If they anything like me who stresses out, if you got a single mistake on there, I don't like seeing mistakes. I weird out. I don't like crossing out mistakes. These erase your mistakes. So, pack of 10, it was $10. They pricey, but it was well worth it. Now I done set this down. Now, I was kind of annoyed, and I'm bringing this up because I'm sure you got little ones. If you do have little ones, this is back to school time for you. But my little one has already started, and he had came home with some math homework, and some of the equations was times, and it was like one of them was 6 times 7. So I said, he was like he was stuck, and I was like, why you stuck on that? Because I don't know about you, but me, I knew all my timetables up to 12 by the time I was in 3rd grade, and he's in 5th. Well, 4th. Should be in 5th. And I was annoyed by that, so I went to look up something that was very helpful to me, but I didn't realize how old school I am. I realized that it's something that I depended upon, and I thought they still sold today. These are now vintage items. I got the paper wet, but which one of y'all remember these pencil holders where you can put the pencils inside? Had the pencil sharpener, this piece slides out, and then this rule slides up and down to show you your timetable. Anyway, I hate they don't make these anymore, and I think those smartphones is dumbing us down. Like, I used to know everybody's birthday, social security number, telephone number, no problem. Memorize up here, didn't need no smartphone. Now, because the smartphone, all you do is push one button, we are dumbing down. And I swear, I wish they still made these, because I was a little annoyed that my little guy did not know all his timetables up to 12. I think that's something that, they should automatically know. I don't think that's asked too much, because I remember knowing all mine in 3rd grade. So, that's what I wanted to speak on with my back to school haul. Okay. Now I'm gonna make some more room up here. Take these out. Put them in my greenhouse, and that's another thing. This time of the year is a good time to get you a greenhouse for gardening indoors. They will be cheap, and the one I got it from online, but I saw a Menard sale paper. They had them on sale. Y'all know I always have to continue with the train. They had them on sale for $20 because it's the end of the growing season, and they moving the gardening stuff out to make way for the back to school stuff. So no excuse, y'all. This is a good time to get back, get started on growing something, even if it ain't nothing but onions. See, I got my good old onions still here, growing in water. I'll be using those today. And in fact, I'm gonna cut them down. I'm going to cut them now and add them to my basil that I just picked. Okay, so here's my fresh basil that I picked from the plant, the basil plant outside. And this is the basil specimen I'm going to use to grow more from. So I'm going to pick off the leaves from that and cut on a 90-degree angle right next to this nodule. This one. And I'm going to join that with the other ones waiting to be rooted. And I'll show you in a couple of days the progress on that. These are going to go in my mango salsa, and I'm going to show you how. This is what I do. I just cut off the tops of these, just like that, and you will see a miracle happen. Dried up parts, and this is going to go into my mango salsa. And also my soup. I'm going to make a squash soup today. I'm going to make a squash soup today. Clearing my throat. It can get quite parched when you're doing all the talking. Okay, so that's going in my food. And I will show you guys next week just how far and how fast this grows. Take the lid off. And just stick them right back in the water. And I guarantee you, next week, in fact, I'm definitely going to show you next week how this batch looks. And so far, with every batch of green onions I bought like this for 50, 60, 70 cents, I have gotten 3 more batches of new growth to put in my food. I would have gotten this much more in about a week or so. So I'm just going to leave her here for now. Okay, this is not a cooking video, but my health and wellness haul. And also technology. people who've been following me know I've been having a hard time with my phone. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys is that my phone situation has a happy ending. Not only did I get a Galaxy Note 8 brand new from T-Mobile, but I got a refurbished one from Samsung. So, just to let you know, I've been completely vindicated. It pays to stand up for your rights. You have the right to repair. That's what I wanted to bring up. This is the bill. If you live in Illinois, you got all these politicians talking about they want to be your representative. Make sure you tell your representative to vote yes for the Illinois right to repair legislation. That's important legislation that needs to be passed so that you won't find yourself in the same situation I did with my phone. An update caused a problem, and a problem that Samsung did admit to whereas my phone began to run hot, and then it would just cut itself off to save its own life to keep from burning out. So it was a built-in safety mechanism to keep the phone from burning itself out to death. And so I was going through a ritual of turning the phones on, freezing the battery, then putting the battery back into the phone, freezing the whole phone, really, then put the battery back into the phone, and then it would come on. That was ridiculous, and I went through that for in 6 months, from January all the way to current. But I'm happy to say I'm going to make a whole separate video review for the Galaxy Note 8. But I just wanted to let you guys know that not only did I get, I'm currently filming video recording with the Galaxy Note 8 right now, and I got a second one. So God is good. I had ended up with 2 Galaxy Note 8s because T-Mobile gave me one. Well, they didn't give it to me. I had to buy it and offered it to me at half price. And that was an offer that I accepted because having some phone was better than no phone. And the final price of it for me was $228. And I was about to pay $215 for old Note 4 because I didn't want just any phone. I wanted the Note. I am a Note user. I love the Note. And I've been very impressed with the Note 8. I was impressed when I first took out the box. And like I said, I'm going to come back and make a whole entire video that's not live, a review. I just wanted to squeeze that in and say, I'm going to keep saying it. You're going to keep seeing me say this on my videos. The right to repair is important because anything you have that's computerized, I'm talking anything from your microwave to your refrigerator to your car, companies should not be allowed to drop the ball just because the next model is out and you ain't nothing wrong with your model. You ain't got to upgrade every year. Your model you bought last year is good enough and your particular item is still working fine. But then all of a sudden, it's not working fine. And of course, right after the warranty, ain't the how it usually happens. Then you find out from the company, we don't make that model anymore. And you left high and dry. That's the way I was. Left high and dry with my Galaxy Note Edge. I called her Trina, the baddest bitch. I don't know what I'm going to call this Note 8 because she is great. My son bought the second one off of me. Oh God, that child stressed me out every day. I couldn't enjoy having 2 of them without him stressing me for the second one. But I finally sold it, and I sold it because I'm under press conditions. My lights threatening to be cut off. It was a doggone shame. That's why I'm taking my solar class because I want to be able to survive when shit hit the fan. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the high utility bills. That is what started me on my solar journey. But As you know, with all gadgets comes some accessory that you need to get. So my refurbished one didn't have a charger, and since I had two, I invested in a battery pack that charges two. Because my two-pack one walked away, nobody will own up to it. Um, if you have that problem, this one is slim, and I can keep it in my purse. It won't be nobody walking away with this one. And I got that from Walmart. It was only 10 bucks. Now, to the health part of this video. August is the anniversary month of my next to baby sister who cancer took her away from here. And she begged and pleaded with me now. I hope ain't none of y'all like one of my friends when I brought this subject up. Oh, I got a doctor who tell me everything I need to do. You ain't got to tell me what you need to go do. I'm not telling you what you need to go do, but I am saying that if you do have cancer in your family, I mean, if your auntie, your mama, great aunt, somebody passed away in your side of the family due to cancer, you need to go and get your colonoscopy. And you don't need to wait until you're 50. Because when my sister first told me about it, I was in my 40s. And I brought it up to the doctor, and the first thing the doctor said is, you too young. You don't need that. You don't need that yet. They don't start that till 50. But I told them the high risk of cancer in my family, and therefore they gave me my first colonoscopy when I was still in my 40s. It's time for me to go get another one. 5 years has came and gone rather quickly, which is why I'm bringing up this important message at this time. I thank you, Sister Brandy Cruel. You indicated that I didn't necessarily have to take the test the old-fashioned way, which required you to. They give you a prescription for this liquid powder mix to add to water. And you fill this whole thing up with water, and you got to drink all of this the day before the procedure. And that basically was the hardest part, to drink a whole gallon of anything, because when they want you thoroughly clean when you do the colonoscopy. Again, I repeat, you don't have to wait until you're 50. If you have a risk of cancer in your family, state that to your doctor. Let them know there is a history of cancer in your family, and then they will change their tune, make an exception for you to get it done. This is one of the few cancers, the colon cancer, that's treatable and easy to find. Eartha Kitt is somebody famous that we know of who lived a vegan life. Green everything. She grew her own food. She was green before it was cool to go green. Didn't smoke, didn't drink, none of that. But colon is what took her out. So it can get anybody. It has no discrimination, black, white, green, purple, brown, orange. We all can be taken out by cancer. Cancer don't discriminate. So my friend Brandy said, well, when I came on and announced this previously, she said, well, you don't have to do that anymore. There's another way you can get that done. Well, I inquired. Thanks to you, Brandy, I insisted. And because they didn't know what I was talking about at first, so I had to call a couple of times. And I said, isn't there a colon test you can take that don't require you to go in? Because the other part of this procedure, doing it this way, where they go in and do a scope inside your colon, the common practice for hospitals or clinics that do it is you have to have somebody with you, because they won't allow you to walk home. Even though my house is walking distance from the hospital, they did not allow me to walk home by myself. I had to have someone with me. Well, that would be a challenge now because my son was odd hours and he won't necessarily be available the day of the procedure, although he agreed to it, he committed to it that as long as I let him know the day. But you might be in the same position that I was if you don't have any loved ones or neighbors or somebody that can go with you when you get the procedure done this way, because they anesthetize you. You do get anesthesia, they knock you out, and they do the scope. You wake up, your booty clean, and hopefully you have no sign of cancer. If they find polyps or anything in there, that whatever it is benign and not cancerous. Well, my colonoscopy test was successful. They found polyps, they got rid of those, but you don't have to do this method. You can now, there is a method where you can just take a sample of your stool. I know it sounds gross, but that's what you do. And you put the sample in that vial, and then you send this sample back in by mail to the lab. And you can find out whether or not, you need to be further treated or whether or not you're clear. So I just want to share that with you while it's still here, because eventually I am going to go take my test. Mine was scheduled for the 29th until Brandy let me know they had this test. And when I went in for my last checkup, my doctor told me to contact the oncologist and ask them whether or not they wanted me to take the one you mailed in or this one. I haven't heard back from them yet to tell me which one they're going to let me use, because the oncologist might determine that I should still go with this form, the old school way to be tested, have my colon tested. I'm so sorry, y'all. My throat is so dry. Talking gets me parched quickly. Okay. That was my health and wellness and my back to school things that I pointed out. And I think that's it, because I did take some notes. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I also wanted to announce, and I'm going to make me kind of an intro or outro video to keep on announcing that this channel exists for my Go Lives. I just really did this live today, this way, live, even though I didn't have anybody join me in this live. I did it because I wanted to get the videos done. I wanted to, let me look at my notes again, because I don't want to forget anything. Our planters, okay. Oh yeah, I want to talk about pest control, but let me get back to the cyber harassment. Cyber harassment is real, and despite this gang of so-called bully vigilantes, they call themselves taking down a so-called bully on the internet. And what happens is when you go willy-nilly online, calling yourself destroying a demon, innocent people get caught up. And I know people said, well, don't visit the website, don't read it. That's not the point, because they didn't. It wasn't a matter of reading, which is garbage. What they were saying was garbage. They don't have no power. I hit them back all the time. What you gonna do? Beat me up with words? You know, because it was always somebody coming out, like a old runaway slave. Oh, master, you said something back to the main bully on this website. Oh, you better look out. Well, I got kicked out of a group because I didn't back down. I stand my ground, stand on me. And y'all seen my video. If y'all seen it on group thing, I want to emphasize the point that it is harmful. The words don't bother me because I've been on the internet long enough. Sticks and stones may break my bones, and words ain't gonna hurt me no kind of way. I do have that thick of enough skin. Problem is, these bully vigilantes, I don't know who, but somebody came and attacked my channel. This is the problem that I feel that YouTube does not address, don't admit that it's a really bad problem for it to be so easy to destroy a channel, a YouTube channel. In fact, you don't even lose your Facebook account as easy as it is to lose it on your YouTube. So I am making a point of emphasizing that there are some states that cyberbullying, cyber harassment, there are really laws on the books. But most people don't go for it because they think, who's going to waste all that money? Why do it? Why go through the trouble? Because the hardest part is tracking down the actual person, especially if they're doing it anonymously. But I wanted to let you people know who live in the state of Illinois. Bam! Illinois is one of the few states that do have cyber harassment laws. They are enforceable, and if you do have the party's information, you can file a case against them. You have your proof, and y'all girl keep receipts. Sister Hutchinson, she talked about she the queen of receipts. No disrespect to her, but I consider myself the empress. Ain't nobody beating me on gathering receipts. I got 18 terabytes of storage space to do such. I have a server and terabyte hard drive on my laptop and three terabytes of hard drives, two terabytes of hard drive. Yes, I will get them receipts. And in the state of Illinois, we have the luxury of being able to file online. So that's a gem I'm dropping. You might have the same thing in your state. Look up the laws in your state, and you may be able to file your case completely online. And here the requirement is you take their online course, and yes ma'am, yes sir, you can be your own attorney. It don't necessarily require you to be spending big money on an attorney, because if you can read and write, you can file a complaint against the person, individual, and sue them for cyber harassment. I wish that YouTube would get that together. They really need to be hiring more people to investigate when account is falsely flagged. I am going to do a whole entire video dedicated to just that, talking about nothing else but YouTube's flaws and the loopholes in their system. And the cyber harassment, like I said, cyber harassment is real. People ask me, why did I even go to the website where they call themselves dragging me to the white meat? Well, it's because I have a brand. And they were really ridiculing me about my brand, that my brand ain't nothing, that my website is a back page. Well, it's those kind of things. You spreading lies. My website is not a back page. I'm a new website. I didn't even have content on it. I just had one test video on it to determine that, just to have it a spot on the internet, but that's still my business name and my brand, which is legal. Hey, how you doing? My little guy back from school. I told him about
The little pencil thing.
I still wish they sold them to this day. No, it's old. That's old school stuff. That's what they call vintage. I tried to find one on the internet. They wanted $22 for it. $22. But you know what?
Oh?
Yeah, because they don't make them no more. So the only ones that exist is the ones that somebody kept all them years. I think they probably stopped making them in the 70s because I don't remember ever buying it. For my young ones who are 80 babies.
$2.
I know you mistaken. I just know it's more than that because you didn't have to pay for the ride
To get back?
Yeah, to get back, which
It's
is
$2.
$1.25. Who says $2? No, it ain't no $2.
It was.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I got some more change coming, son. Anyway, now that my little guy's back, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this particular video up. And I'm going to let y'all know I'm coming back tonight, this evening. And I'm going to have my Friday night Ain't No Jive party. I am going to make a short video to announce it on my other two channels, Fat for Life TV and Nate Love. And this I'm just going to reserve for my go lives because I don't want no more demons crossing my path coming for me for any reason. So all of you who follow me from the long haul, from the beginning, the stuff that my followers follow me, the original content, that is going to move over to fatforlife.net. It is open. You can, everywhere you see that, click, which that's what, I've been doing. Because more of YouTube is grind. It's not just jumping in front of this camera. Half of the work, which is what Kaya don't own up to, won't admit to. She still needs somebody on her tech team. Madison Senior got somebody together, got her together because her hashtags work. Half of the grind of YouTube is putting your links in. So I'm announcing that my links work. So everywhere you see a link for me, fatforlife.net, that link works and will lead you straight to my website. Now, the only thing is I don't have a lot of content on it yet. I have been focused on my solar class. That's what I'm trying to get finished with. Then I will go full force with building my website. I have 3 sites up that are active now at live. They are alive. That is my Fat for Life, not .net. It's just Fat for Life. That's just a regular network. And my focus on that one is going to be health and wellness. That's the reason why I'm mentioning it in this video, because it's my health and wellness haul. I'm going to have Fat for Life. Then fatforlife.net is going to be the big girls. That was my original passion. I'm still going to do that. So you original followers that's coming from a Fat Things, Big Girls, BBW, because the internet done tarnished the BBW politically correct term for the big girls, has turned into porn. Well, my website is not a porn site. It is a site going to be dedicated to plus size BBWs and people who admire them. So, fatforlife.net, that's for the big girls. Fat for Life with no net, just Fat for Life. That's going to be the health and wellness, chronic pain, and other topics that I deal with on my YouTube channel. Then I have a third channel, not channel, but a third website that I developed, that I'm developing for my nonprofit organization that I'm going to start, called RiseTech.org, and it's going to be dedicated to empowering the disenfranchised. So it's going to be job information on there, training information on there solar information on there, and it's going to be what I use to fundraise for my nonprofit organization, because ultimately that's my goal and dream, is to have a nonprofit organization where I'm leading the disenfranchised people into the solar industry. So, now, that being said, I didn't really get to talk about all my back to school supplies, but I'm ready to end this video. This is one of my back to school things I love. I got that from Dollar Tree. And as you can see, one thing I didn't mention is what network I'm using. It's called Mighty Network. That's what I'm using for my Fat for Life and fatforlife.net. I'm going to be using a different script for my family website. I will be letting my family know what that link is, because it's going to be completely private. Nobody will be coming to there but family. That way we can have a safe place for my content, because when I tell you cyber harassment is real, it's really real. And the scary is the thought that just if I had not been on here under my real name and lost access to my lives or privileges like that, similar to that, or even lost my content because I got into it with some people in a group that used to be a Kaya and T.S. Medicine group, and then it turned into a ratchet just T.S. Maddie mob. Well, I don't go on the internet mobbing with nobody. That ain't me. That ain't my get down. I'm not going to be team nothing or team Maddie mob. Any team I'm going to be team G.O.D., and after that, team me. How about that? Real queens don't need a team. Alpha women don't need a team. As long as I got God on my side, I don't need nobody else. I have stood up to bigger bullies than what I ran across with these stupid heifers on the internet. Way bigger bullies. I stood up to the housing authority to the point where I've never been on anybody's Section 8 wait list, but the state of North Dakota pays my rent to this day and have been paying it for the past 18 years. That's just one of many. I've stood up against many a person, and I'm also going to be standing up against YouTube. So I'll thank the Lipstick Alley Cats for leading me to the promised land on that, because trust and believe me, the law is on my side, and the law is all I need to go up against even YouTube, because I think it's despicable the way YouTube allows us, the YouTube creators, to be the only ones susceptible to losing your account. So there's a gem or a tip I want to give to any of the new YouTubers coming along. Get you multiple accounts day one, because you are gonna run it. It's not no if you gonna run. You gonna run into somebody on some fuckery. Excuse my language. So you need to have multiple accounts. Thank God that I had that, because them alley cats, they came on my channel talking about it's a struggle channel. Believe me, this ain't my only channel. You can call it struggle if you want to, but I got strength. Okay, plenty of strength in these YouTube streets, internet streets, because I made good allegiances with good people, and ain't no one person gonna just get rid of me on the internet. And now that I got the gym, I'm gonna be, after I finish my solar class, I'm gonna focus on my network. And one thing I love about this network is that it gives you a layout, a ground plan to get it started. That's what would get me stuck on how to get my website going. It gives you a whole outline, guideline, what to do, questions you can ask your members that come to join, get your mission statement, why you exist. I really, really, really love it. And so as soon as I finish my solar class, it even allow you to have your network linked to your custom domain. So my domain I own, okay? It won't be none of that craziness you report me on my own website that I own. And I thank you, the people who joined up already. I thank you for believing in me. God bless you. I appreciate your memberships. And meanwhile, those of you bullies or bully vigilantes that think you so big and bad with your cutting words and scraping people to the white meat and wasting technology and time, pulling out clips from my videos to try to humiliate me instead of using that same talent and skill for positivity. Don't sleep on me. Trust and believe it. This ain't the last you seen of me. You done made 100 and some pages dedicated to the demon bully. And the demon bully done went on with their life, done started their own new blog. And it's billions of people. How you gonna eradicate somebody off the internet? For every million people you think you call yourself making them lose, you only making your own race lose. We all lose if we keep on being in that war of words. We all lose. Because that traffic, because the TS Medicine and Kaya breakup, that traffic that could have been still going to both of them ladies' websites, they done had to keep on making new channels, new pages. That's crazy to me. And then we doing that to each other. I know a lady who was, this is what made me come back to the internet, because I was discouraged and I was tired of working that hard and grinding that hard only to know you're going to be susceptible to bullies that come along and attack your channel for whatever reason. I had the naive thought that YouTube had staff who will review these videos. They don't. And like I said, the Lip Stink Alley Cats helped me find the truth about YouTube, which I've been saying, but I was like, the sky is falling, Chicken Little, when I kept telling everybody, ain't no people monitoring YouTube. They don't, and nobody is making them own up to that. They got billions of traffic, so you call yourself taking down one person because you mad, because you mobbing, because you rolling for somebody, your favorite celebrity, you don't like what they doing. Trust and believe it. Enjoy it now. For every million people you turn away from somebody, it's a million more to replace them. So it's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous, unwinnable war. Although for me, what's hurtful about it, harmful about it to me, I have fibromyalgia, chronic pain and fatigue. So I do everything that I do, including the video you just seen, in chronic pain and fatigue. That does not go away. It don't take no days off. So I don't have time to be doing over. Maddie and Kaya, they young. I ain't got time for that. So I have already made money with my website. And my website only been up a month. So while you sitting up there making those 150 pages for a blog, looking like a goddamn fool, and making a fool out yourself, because don't nobody see your blog in the back alley. That's what the back alley for. You in the back alley talking mess. Can't nobody see it but the people that's that watch that thread. And I done unwatched it. Thank you very much. I won't be getting no more alerts in the mail for that garbage, because it's garbage. You're wasting time being negative. I'd rather put positivity in the air. I don't have to pretend to be angelic. I don't have to pretend to be no one but myself. And myself has always been about empowering my people. Okay? Always been about that. Ain't gonna ever change. Ain't gonna ever change. So you gonna see me some more in some more people comments. But check what I say. You ain't gonna see nothing there that's putting somebody down, Sometimes I do chime in. It's a chuckle or laugh when the video is funny. But for the most part, what you see is comments, suggestion, offering suggestions when somebody don't know what to do, especially if it's a tech question or have to do with the internet in any kind of way. That's me. That ain't me pretending to be angelic. That's me. That's how I am. And I ain't scared of nobody. And now that I got my own website, I've already made money. Ain't even got a page on there. Okay? And you done made 140 pages dedicated to trying to tear a demon down. That demon ain't thinking about you. Done went on with their life, made a blog of their own, and more power to them. I don't appreciate what they did to me. No, it ain't cool. But as far as waste my stress and my time on some mess, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. It didn't cost me no money. It did cost me time. But God got me. He vindicated me. He blessed me with 2 phones when I stood up to big bullies, corporate bullies, Samsung and T-Mobile. Got me 2 phones because I stood up to them. 2 phones. Two $900 phones. Yes. I'm not scared of nobody, and I will exercise the law to the fullest extent. Oh yeah, that's right. I knew it was something else I wanted to talk about. I knew it was something else. Okay. On the health and wellness. Well, this don't count as healthy. They had these at Walmart. I love my blow pops. It's the big giant bag. $7 at Walmart. Anyway, also on Tuesdays, I go to my dispensary. On Tuesday, you can go and get any gram. When you bring in that t-shirt to the store, you can get any gram, no matter the price of the gram. So even if the gram is $20, you can get it for $10. So I bought a bag from them. This is HCI Alternatives, and that's what I keep my t-shirt in. And I go in on Tuesdays. So I am straight. I'm ready for my Ain't No Lie, Ain't No Jive party tonight. I'm coming back live tonight on this channel. I'm going to put an announcement video up on Fat for Life TV. But if any of y'all made it this far into the video, you're getting the announcement now in this video. Yes, more of my back to school stuff. If you ADD like me, or you got a child that's ADD, please introduce color into their lives. That will help a ADD person organize, because I forget to label stuff up like that. So I do it with colors so that I automatically have a trigger in my brain based on color when I'm organizing. Anyway, I digress. I changed the topic. Didn't mean to do that. Back to the dispensary. HCI Alternative. That's the dispensary I go to. Last week I had tried out green crack, and then my friend visited me and gave me some vegan wraps. She knew that I had changed from meat eating, so I got me some green crack, ready to rock and roll. I am legal, just in case anybody want to be messy on this video. I'm legal, and this week I got, I want to say, yeah, I had green quack last week, and I choose my medicine based on the ease of opening. So this week I got a new one. This is lemon hash. I don't know if you can see that. Those words are very tiny. Anyway, lemon hash. So I'm gonna be trying that out. And you lip stank alley cats who was cracking jokes about please stop. I spend most of my life, 90% of my life sober. I mean, I don't drink or get high 90% of the time. It ain't never been like that. I use it for pain. There is people who need it for that reason. So, I got 2 different kinds, the lemon hash, and then I also got Colombian haze. And I'm going to be trying that out tonight for my party. And I like this one because the container is arthritis friendly. I use it for medicinal purposes. Everybody don't smoke or choke just for recreation. And I hope that legislation gets passed in more states than just Illinois. And that's also another thing. If you here in Illinois, you need to push for it. Push your legislator. See what they voted for. See how they voted. The ones that ain't voting for this to be legal, get them out of there. Don't vote for them. Vote for the ones that is trying to push to get this legal. I'm very passionate about that topic. So that's what I'm going to, this is the last thing. Last thing, health and wellness. Okay. Now, one issue that's been coming up with me that I'm getting into a battle with my doctor, as we get older, if you have ADD, guess what? If you didn't already have enough problems, now we're getting treatment because the doctors are paranoid about prescribing opioids. Now they all pressed and uptight about prescribing stimulants. If you ADD, that's what I depend on. A stimulant medication, I use Adderall. Strattera is a drug that they developed for women who don't usually have the H part of the ADHD syndrome, the hyperactivity. That's me. I wasn't hyper. So you might have a girl on your hands like me who could stay in their seat, who could shut up, who it's not a chatterbox, talk a million miles a minute, or talk all the time, doing flips and cartwheels. The types like me gonna be staring out the window, probably asleep in their college course. That's what I used to get in trouble for, tapping on the shoulder. Well, it was bad enough that I had a hard time getting diagnosed because I don't present normal ADD symptoms. Yet, when my son was diagnosed, I started reading up on how to be a better parent to my son. And the more I read about it, but see, when they first brought it up, I was going like this. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Pointing everywhere but me. And turned out I'm ringleader. So I'm ringleader. I gave birth to 2 of them. And I got a grand one now. And I recognize the signs. I recognize the symptoms. So my problem I'm going through now as a person aging and dealing with ADD, they don't want to give you the stimulant medicines because it does make your heart beat faster. So my doctor ordered me blood pressure monitor So I have to begin monitoring my blood pressure. I don't have heart disease or hypertension or high blood pressure, any of those things. A lot of people like to assume that I did just because I'm fat, but in actuality, I have low blood pressure. I have low sugar. So I don't have an issue with any of those unless I have taken a stimulant. The stimulant do raise your heart rate. When you drink those energy drinks, that raises your heart rate. When you're older, you have to monitor your heart rate. So that's the new thing that I have to do for my health and wellness. I'm glad it was covered. I didn't have to pay any money for this one, but it's a digital one. And so now I have to routinely monitor my blood pressure and report it in before I can be prescribed the medications that I normally prescribe to treat ADD. As if I didn't already have plenty enough to worry about. But my doctor's a good doctor. I can't take nothing away from her. She is thorough, but she's very conservative, and and she refuses to refill my prescription until I have consistent low readings for my blood pressure. So I just thought I'd let y'all know about that too. Anyway, I'll be back, like I said, 8 o'clock tonight. I'm trying to finish up my solar class. God willing, I'll be finished by 8 o'clock. If I'm not, I still got to Tuesday to finish the work in the class, but I'm putting pressure on myself because I got other external pressures causing me to have a need to get done tonight. Anyway, that's it, that's all. I think that's it, that's all. And I'm going to end it at this point. I will be coming back with some more gardening things because I'm going to be planting some more stuff that is seasonal, right for this season, which that's the echinacea, more potatoes. As you can see, those got sprouts on it. This is the right time for potatoes for us up here in the north. And that's all right now. Come on back later on tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time. That's when I'm going to go live and have a Feel Good Friday, Turn It Up Friday, whatever you want to call it, on Naylove Go Live channel. I'm going to put up a notification on Fatfly TV and the Naylove channel to join me over here on Naylove Go Live, which is ridiculous and a reflection of how it's too many people on here on this internet reckless and can't wait to destroy your channel, come and talk about you like a dog or whatever. And it's a shame that that's what I have to teach my grandbaby. Somebody was bullying him and I had to teach him how to stand up for himself. Well, he don't have no problem standing up for himself, but he just said, it's a girl that's just mean. Some people is just mean for no reason because they mad at themselves. Why you mad? Why when I tell you good stuff? Why when I tell you, call you out on your stuff, you mad? They mad. Talking about it slick talk. No, it was real talk. They mad at me. Attack my channel. So I'm over here on a new channel for the Go Lives. I will be keep on posting announcements when I'm going to go live. I try to keep up with it, but I got a lot going on. So I hope y'all join me later on tonight, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to have Ain't No Jive. Friday night, Ain't No Jive. Go live. On that, I'm going to be announcing some of my prizes that I want to give out to celebrate my grand opening on my website. And so I hope y'all join me. I'll be announcing the prizes. because I got some cool prizes that I've been blessed to have. And I want to be a blessing to somebody else. So come on and join me tonight at my Friday night ain't no jive party. Friday night ain't no jive. Feel good. Turn 'em up Friday. Okay? Peace and love. Till I see y'all again in the next video. I'm out. Now, I'm not sure how you stop this. It's a new phone. I'm getting used to it. Okay, there you go. Yes. See you there. Tonight, 8 p.m.